So for products in Zoho Begin, we can be able to add in various products that we have in our organization into Zoho Begin. You can decide to add in a product manually, or you can decide to import from a file. And as you can see, you can put in your product name, you can put in your product code, your product category, and your unit price and a description for your product. So when you're done, you just click on save. And if you are importing from a file, all you need to do is to click on import from a file. It is going to take you to this page where you can be able to upload your file. So I have this domain product here, which I can bring in into Zoho Begin. And as you can see, we have the product name, the product code, the description, the unit price, the quantity in stock, and the product category, and all of this. One thing you need to do to before you bring in product into Zoho Begin is to make sure that all of what you are importing is currently in Zoho Begin. All of the fields you are importing is in Zoho Begin already. We have the product name, we have the product code, and we have the description, we have the unit price, but I'm not sure we have the quantity in stock. So I'm just going to go back into Zoho Begin, and I am going to create that I'm going to create the custom field for that. So remember that to create the custom field, we can click on this setting button here, and we go into fields. And when we go into fields, we can see that we can create product field also here. We can click on customize fields, and it's going to take us to the page where we can customize the field for the product model here. So I can decide to add in a custom field, and I can name this quantity in stock, and this is going to be, oh, it already exists. Where? Oh yeah, it is here. Okay, so it is a decimal. I have the quantity in stock, and I'm bringing a quantity in stock in. And when I go back to my CSV file, I also have product category, and I am sure I have product category in Zoop. Yeah, so we have product category, and it is a single select, and I can decide to edit this, and I can add in the other options that I have. So let's go back into my products, and let's look for all of the projects product category I have. So, mhm, okay. So I have loaded in all of my options there, and I can decide to replace the existing options that I have, or I can just decide to add this as option. So I've added that in, and as you can see, it's brought in all of my options there, and I can decide to set as a default value if I want, and I can decide to just click on save. And when I click on save, that has been saved. And when we go back in here, we can also add in any other custom field we have in this in this sheet. Okay, so when I'm done with adding all of the custom field in here, I can then click on save. And when I click on save here, this is going to save in all of the custom field I just added. So our products fields have been updated, and now I can decide to go ahead to import my products. So I'm going to go back to product, and I am going to click on import from a file, and this is going to take me to this page where I can upload my product. So I need to download my products first, and remember that you need to download as a CSV file or as an Excel file. So let's go to download here, and we're picking the CSV file, and yeah, so click on save. So we come back to Zoho Begin, and we click on upload, and we bring in the sheet we just added in. We click on open, and we click on next. When it has been uploaded, we can decide to add in new products, or we can decide to update existing products based on the product ID or the product name. And we can also decide to add new products, or to and at the same time update existing products if there are existing products. But since we do not have any products in Zoho Begin, we're just going to add in as new products, and we are going to be skipping any products based on the product name. And we click on next, and as you can see, all of this has been mapped. And when you make sure that all of this and when you make sure that all of these fields are correct, you can then click on next. And when you click on next, it is going to ask you to assign an owner. So let me just go to previous and let me remove this. Yeah, so as you can see, we've mapped everything we need to map. I'm removing owner because we do not have the product owner email in that in that sheet. So I am just leaving it the way it is. I can also reset the feed mapping, and resetting the feed map is going to cancel everything that has been mapped in here. And I can also apply auto mapping if I want. And I can also decide to check sample data from the file to see how it is looking like. And as you can see, this is one of the products, and we have the owner as Emma Era 98, not the email, so we cannot add that in. And if you see that you have any field um in Zobigin that is not in your if you see that you have any field that is in your file but not in Zobigin, you can decide to create new fields if you want. So when you're done, you click on next. Yes, so it is going to ask you who you need to assign this product to. So you can decide to assign to anyone on your team, and you can also decide to add in a tag if you want to add in a tag. And when you are done, you click on finish. And when you click on finish, your import is going to be scheduled and is going to be done. So it took about maybe 1 minute for this to finish importing. And as you can see here, it is saying success, your file has been imported. And as you can see, we have added in 30 products into our Zoho Begin account, and no product was updated, no product was also skipped. There is no warning, so that means this was a clean import. If you are having warnings, or if you are having skipped record, it is advisable to see. Zoho Begin is going to tell you what went wrong in the warnings. So you should see what exactly is going on, and you can then go ahead and re-import the product by updating the existing product also. So we can go back, and when we refresh this page, we should see all of our new products. Okay, now so here is all of the products that have been added into Zoho Begin. So the way to use products is to go into a particular deal that you currently have, and you can then decide to add in a product for this. So as you can see, we are in the product page, and we can decide to add in products. So we just need to search for whatever product we want to add to this, and you just need to bring it in into this place. So when you bring in whatever product the particular client have, so let's say we want to add in this product, we just add that in. So what Zoho Begin is going to do, that it is going to change the amount of your deal according to the product price. So if I decide to add in another product, it is going to add in both the amount of both products, and it's going to name that the amount of my deal. So let's search for another product, and let's just add that in. So let's say this person wants a website audit and a lead generation kit, and they want 3 lead generation kits, not just one. So we had that. Zoho Begin is going to help us calculate it. And even if you have a discount for the particular client, for instance, so we can say that I want to apply a 30% discount. So we just type in 10. And as you can see, it is taking off $45. And that's because 10% of 450 is $45. Then we can click on this checkbox here, and it is going to update my the deal, the what's it called, the price for this deal. And this is actually very, very important. If you are using Zoho Begin, you can also make sure that you add in the particular product for this particular client. So we can go back, and we can go back to product. Remember that you can also create a custom view for products. You can check in products that are belonging to a particular owner, or you can check in products that have in a particular tag, or you can check in products that is in a particular category. So we can check in, maybe once you check in product that is in product that are in CRM services, we want to check in CRM application, we want to check in everything that has to do with CRM, then we can add that as a custom view. So we can name this CRM services, and we can decide who can access this custom view. It can be only me, or we can say we want all users in the organization, or we only want selected users. We click on save, and when you click on save, that is going to create a product view. And as you can see, this is everything we have under CRM. So you can also decide to add in another custom view if you want. You can also decide to filter products by all of this. So if you have all of your products in here, let me go to active products, and let's say you want to filter by the created time, you can do that. You can filter by product category, you can also do that. So instead of creating custom view for everything, you can just use the filter product. So another thing you can also do is to make this a sheet view instead of a list view, and this is going to come up as a sheet view. So you can also decide to create a custom field for your product from here, and you can also decide to customize your field. So let's say you want to change the view for all of this. You can decide to add in whatever it is you want to add. You can add in the the unit price and the unit in stock. You can also decide to add in a tag. The tag, that means, is going to show up in this column here. So for the product owner, we can bring the product owner here, and we can just click on save. And when we click on save, it is going to update our product view. So as you can see, all of this has been updated, and we have the quantity in stock, we have the tag, and the product owner. So that is everything we currently have for products. If you've made it up until the end of this video, I want to say a very big thank you to you, because this particular feature of Zoho Bigin might have been very confusing for you to set up, and I hope by now you should be able to set up this particular feature correctly and properly. We offered paid consultation to help you set up your Zoho Bigin account currently. If you currently are new to Zoho Bigin and you don't know how to use Zoho Bigin for your business, and also if you do not understand how to use Zoho Bigin for your business processes, in the link below you can book your paid consultation, and we are also going to help you figure out everything you need help with. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like this video and also share to everyone you think might need this video. Also subscribe to this channel, because that is going to go a long way in helping us. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.